Hey World of Ball Python fans, this is Mike Wilbanks doing a breeder interview for you guys. Because you're a subscriber to my channel and you haven't been to World of Ball Pythons yet, you really owe it to yourself to go to that site. We're going to put a link in the description below that can take you straight to that site. It's the most comprehensive site there is on the internet of all the mutations. They have a genetics calculator, they have just a lot of really cool stuff over there. It's got lots of pictures of everything. When we're making our breeding plan, we go over to World of Ball Pythons, we look at pictures of maybe two different genes that we haven't combined yet, and we want to see how those genes interact with each other when we're having ideas of what we want to do for that year. So it's been an invaluable tool for us, and I think it will be for you as well. First, I want to thank Thomas and Alan from World of Ball Pythons for asking me to do this breeder interview. I want to thank all you guys for submitting the questions and taking an interest in me and my career, what I'm doing at Constrictors Unlimited. We wanted to do a video portion of the interview where I could show you some of the animals that we're working with here. I've answered all the rest of the questions in text format, and those will be available at World of Ball Pythons, and on my Facebook page I'll post them as well. So welcome to the video portion of the breeder interview. Well, Andy, that's the best question that could be asked, because that's what makes the ball game so much fun. We're always looking toward the future, we're always looking for the next thing, we're always trying to enhance the ball python to make it look different, to create that animal that just really blows you away, takes your breath away, and that's one of the things that makes hatch season so exciting. As far as new genes that I'm looking forward to working with this year, my atomic gene is at the top of my list. I'm using that to make the eclipses, and I'm really excited about seeing what else I can do with that atomic gene. It interacts really cool with a lot of different genes that I've seen so far. We made the atomic queen bee this year and saw how it interacts with all those separate genes. It basically works to separate the genes rather than having the genes combine all on top of each other. You see all of the base morphs in their base form in the same snake. We produced some really different looking bright orange animals, and then the siblings that carry this gene, it seems to be a co-dominant gene, we haven't proven that. They have a lot of orange around the alien heads, and they're lighter, and they just have an overall oranger appearance. One of my main projects that I've been excited about for years is the clown. This year we're hoping to produce across the gamut. We have pastel clown, super pastel clown, bumblebee clown, killer bee clown, maybe produce the first nuclear clowns, and firefly clowns, superfly clowns, all the way down the list. Everything with clown is great. Start by showing you a firefly clown that we have that we're trying to get going. I produced this animal earlier this year. This chubby little guy's grown up quite a bit. He was a late hatch, so he's kind of a long shot, but we're hoping to use him to make some more of these and to make superfly clowns this year. So hopefully that'll work out for us, and we'll be able to see some really cool new mutations with the clown. The GHI Mojave. This is a snake that I'm really excited to be breeding this year. When I first saw this combination, GHI and Mojave together, I knew I had to have this in my collection. This is the first year we're breeding GHI Mojave, and we're breeding it 2 Mojave girls, so we hopefully will get something new with a super Mojave GHI. I'm really excited about this one. It's definitely on my list this year. I know one that's on everybody's list is the Coral Glow and the Banana. We're really excited to be breeding these this year. We produced a few of these last year, and this one happens to be a banana pinstripe, but man, I really love a purple and orange snake. I mean, who doesn't? So this is a snake that I'm really excited to be producing. We hope to produce a few more this year, and they should be coming down to a level where most people that have wanted to have this mutation in their collection are now going to actually be able to get it. So I'm excited to be able to help provide those for you and this is one that we're really happy to produce. Pastel sugar. This is a more common mutation, but still one of my favorites and one that I'm really excited to produce this year. A lot of people have said that they think calico and sugar is the same gene, but I just disagree. I think that I've never produced animals that look like this from the calico line, but boy, we produce them consistently with the sugar line. So I'm really excited every year to hatch pastel sugars. I never seem to hatch enough of them. I really love this combo. This year, albino Enchi. Starting to see it a little bit more. Boy, who knew when we put Enchi and albino together that we'd get this cool orange color? I sure didn't, and I just haven't seen anything with Enchi yet that I'm disappointed in, and this is no exception. This is really a spectacular animal and one that we are really excited to be making this year. Josie and Ultra Josie. I was really lucky to talk to Joe Ellis this year and get him to let me in on the Josie project. I'm super excited to see what's possible with this gene. This is a Josie and this is an Ultra Josie that I added to my collection, and we're gonna breed it to some pastels and a few other mutations. And the pastel Josie that was produced last year was just really off the charts, just beautiful, stunning animal, and I'm really stoked to produce some of these this year. The Firefly Enchi. We produced this combination for the first time this year. I was really excited to produce these. This is a spectacular animal, bright yellow. Everything the Enchi touches, it gets better. Everything the fire touches just gets better. And put those two genes together, and I think the only place to go is up. So we're breeding these to a lot of other combinations. Butter spinner is one of them, so we can get these genes mixed with other genes to see where we can go, because I really like adding color in ball pythons, and this is just such a bright, beautiful snake, and that's one of the things that's made Enchi take off so much, is just because you can produce animals that look like this using that gene. Crush and Super Crush. This is the Super Crush. We originally called it the Orange Crush, but we've determined ways to identify the animals that we thought were heterozygous. So we're calling those Crush and these Super Crush now. And the heterozygous animals have a really big influence over the combinations when they're combined with other genes. We're just starting to scratch the surface on this gene, but this past year we produced a Crush spinner and got this just really bright looking animal. His siblings were just looked like normal spinners, but we think that once this gets into Super Crush form, it's really going to be spectacular. I'm all about adding more color, and I think this is a gene that's going to give us that ability. We're also going to be able to produce Orange Crush. Sorry, that's a bad habit to break. We're also going to be able to produce Crush Orange Ghosts, because for the first couple years we thought that the Crush might be some form of Orange Ghost. We bred them together. We finally have raised those double hets up big enough, so excited to produce, hopefully hit that 1 in 16 and hit the double het and hit the super on both. The Super Mojave Enchi, really kind of a cool animal. It's got a lot of yellow patterning down the back. We're hoping to produce Super Enchi Super Mojaves this year, and Super Enchi Mojaves. If you haven't seen the Enchi Mojave is a really cool animal. One of the things that first drew me to this animal was because we see kind of a burgundy color in that in the Enchi Mojave that we don't normally see. And this is definitely a good part of my breeding program this year. I'm really...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Thug life.
So you see, I produce all these crazy things and they're mixed up and they go all different ways and they get wacky in my mind and I can't quite figure out what I'm trying to put together and trying to say, but I'm, at the same time I'm a genius and I've got all this stuff going in my head and everybody wishes they were me and the lights are too bright and I have to wear sunglasses all the time and I